Can you not hear me now? Can you not hear me? Testing 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to see what this is like because we've had a lot of problems with StreamYard at the moment. So I'm just going to see if this is actually working. So please bear with me. I'm going to go to live. Still saying live there. Hello, everybody. If anybody's actually watching this at all, because it's actually coming up that my sound is. Hang on, let's.
Oh.
Can you hear me now? I'm just going to try and. Oh. So. Can you hear me? So I can see the sound. Okay, now this seems to be working, everybody. Apologies for this. I'm going to close this down and start off another stream because I can hear my voice coming through. Unfortunately, Nando can't hear me at the moment. So I don't know what's going on here. So I'm just going to send Nando a quick message here. So I don't know if anybody's watching at the moment. Let's see chats. Okay, let me send this message to Nando. Hi there, Nando. I'm just sending you a voice message. I'm going to create a new stream and see if you can hear me this time because the sound is coming out on Facebook. So I'm going to close this down and see. Hello, Kim. I hope you're doing good. It's been a bit of problems with StreamYard at the moment, so I think it seems to be working okay now. And we've lost Nando for now. I can hear you moving about, Nando, but you probably got the phone, haven't you? So it's an interesting one. I hope you're doing good. I'm so sorry about delay, everybody. StreamYard just wouldn't let me go live for some reason, and I've been on contact with somebody typing a message. So if I get Nando off and we start him on another channel, maybe that might be something. So let me just sort of see if by sending the link again. I'm going to remove Nando now and I'll resend him the message again. So this is technology at its best. I'm certainly feeling a lot more calmer than I was just a moment ago, definitely. So bear with me whilst I resend Nando this stream and see if he can log into it. No, not that. I think I might end up putting this live out again, but re-editing the beginning of it. So we're just going to see if this link still works. So let's see who we've got in here at the moment. I was waiting for Nando. So Sharon, hello to you. Cowabunga, thank you for being in. I hope that you're doing okay, although I think you're not on at the moment. Jenny, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. We had a lot of trouble with the stream at the beginning. I've been actually in contact with somebody from Restream, so it's been interesting, but at least it's allowed Nando and myself to have a good chat together. Now, can you hear me now, Nando?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. Excellent. So with this, we'll see how it goes. It's good to relax. I think I might put myself into hypnosis as well during this. So we started now 55 minutes later than we originally intended to do. We were thinking about rescheduling this, but I was on contact with somebody from Restream, so we managed to get it going. So I do apologize to everyone. I know for most people it's a school night, so the very next day, some of you might be going to work and taking school children. But yeah, it should be about an hour that we're on for. I'll think anyway. So how are you, Nando? We're having a good chat, but it'd be nice for the audience now to see how you're doing. So how have you been anyway?
Yeah, I've been really well, thank you for asking. With the kids being off school and everything, it's just making sure they're kept entertained, especially with the poor weather that we're having at the moment. But
Absolutely.
other than that, everything's been really well. Thank you for asking, and thank you for inviting me on.
Excellent. So if you want to say a little bit about Portal to the Paranormal before we go into it, because I think we just need to take ourselves, well, I know, need to anyway, just kind of relax ourselves a little bit.
You need to relax yourself a little bit.
Exactly. I should learn some hypnosis.
Portal to the Paranormal was started by our good friend Dan Winter just during COVID. And the idea of it is, like a lot of paranormal investigation team, is to go out to these locations and try and uncover a lot of the stories that are within these amazing locations. But also we run events as well, because we want to be able to, have guests come along and experience potential paranormal activity, and see what they can uncover as well. So, it's just really good to share what we've learned and see what others pick up when they come on our events. And us as a team, we like to enjoy it as well. Like I was saying to you earlier on, I think a lot of the stuff that I like to do with my vodcast and the events, we want people to enjoy themselves as well, because you want to build up some really good energy and, and just a different way to have a good time. Because, we can all go to the pub, have a drink, or go out nightclub, but this is a different way of socializing with people. And that's it can be fun. We do take, the paranormal investigation very seriously when we're doing our research. But at the same time, we want to bring some fun into it as well and enjoy the times that we have also with guests that come along. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell, I would say. It's a good vibe.
Amazing. Hello, Carol, who's just joined us. And I wasn't being rude then whilst I was looking at my phone. I was just actually making sure we were connected to YouTube as well. So I think everything's going good now. So brilliant. So you've not done anything like this before, Nando. The only thing you have done is listen to my track. And it took you to an interesting experience. So are you happy to say a little bit about that?
Yeah, so me and Paul was talking, and he, Paul said, would you like to give this a go? And I'm always open to trying it out. And Paul sent me a recording, really calming recording, like, basically like an exercise, like control your breathing, just relax yourself. And I'm thinking about where am I going to go? Somewhere in a castle, somewhere, wherever. But I ended up in my grandparents' restaurant that they used to own back in the early 60s. Never actually been there myself. By the time I was born, he had got rid of the restaurant and everything. But it was just weird. I was there, like, watching their life as they were working, but I could see the layout of the restaurant. And when I spoke to my mum about it, she was telling me about it. He actually dug out the restaurant in the basement, so he did it all himself, and they lived upstairs. And it was just it was a weird experience, if I'm honest. Like, to be, as I was saying to people, I was trying to figure out why was I put there, but is that because of my close connection with them, and that was their way of trying to connect with me? But it was good. It was different. So yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens tonight and see what comes out of my mouth.
Sometimes you need to expect the unexpected when you do these things as well. Must say hello to Patricia, and thank you, Jenny, for sharing it out. Jenny said, did my past life regression 2 weeks ago with Paul, the best I've ever done. Enjoy it, Nando. So that's lovely to hear. Thank you. Good. So we did a little talk about what you're likely to experience during this. Do you have any questions at all before we start and go into this, Nando?
No, I'm just good to go, to be honest.
Excellent. So are you happy to close your eyes for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, in your own time, start taking some nice, slow, deep breaths. making each and every single in and out breath more relaxed than the one before. As soon as your inner mind knows you can relax sufficiently to review memories of lives you've lived before this one, you can find yourself getting a little more comfortable now. And focus on that relaxation around your eyes now. And I want you to imagine and pretend that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. Just imagining and pretending that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. And using that imagination, that deep, deep part of you that has imagination. In a moment, I want you to try and open your eyes. When I ask you to try and open your eyes, I really do want you to try and open your eyes. But all the time, I want you to keep pretending that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. Your eyes are locked, glued, closed. So holding on to that imagination and relaxation. Just test me that your eyes remain closed now. That's right. And send that relaxation down to the tips of your toes instantly. And like when you have a wave of relaxation that spreads over you, you can feel that traveling down your body now. That's right. Relaxing, drifting, floating, letting go now. Feeling so very sleepy, so very relaxed. And with your eyes now closed, it becomes easier and easier to release your imagination. I want you now to visualize yourself in a very relaxing place of your choosing. And this relaxing place of your choosing can be a real place or an imaginary place or a combination of both. It's up to you. But here you're free to relax deeply, free to unwind, free to drift and float deeper and deeper relaxed now. And you can continue that relaxation now as I'm quiet. Very good. And now you've relaxed the body. It's now time to relax your mind. And as your mind relaxes, your body relaxes. And as your body relaxes, your mind continues to drift and float. Deeper relaxed now. Deeper relaxed now. can feel so very sleepy as your mind relaxes, as your body continues to relax. That's right. Deeper and deeper and deeper sleep. So sleepy. That's right. So relaxed. Enjoying this very relaxing, peaceful place. Drifting down, 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 down. That's right. So sleepy. So relaxed. That's right. Down, down, down now. Allowing yourself to relax sufficiently to review memories of lives you lived before this one. That's right, deeper relaxed. Floating, sinking, drifting, unwinding, letting go. And to help with the deepening process, I want you to visualize yourself outside your front door of your lifetime now in 2024. Seeing what you see, feeling what you feel, that's right. Being outside of your own home in 2024, that's right. And slowly, easily, and effortlessly, stay in this nice, deep, relaxed state. I want you now to just describe to me out loud what it looks like in your visualization of where you live right now in 2024 outside your front door. Just let me know that now out loud.
I can see the field outside the house and the houses opposite.
Very good. Describe to me the fields to me, what you're aware of with these fields.
I see the grass.
Very good. And now, easily, effortlessly, and comfortably, just allow yourself to only as high as you want to go, but just imagine yourself floating up higher and higher now. Higher and higher now. So you're looking down on where you live, like a bird's eye view, comfortably up here. And as you're looking from up here down on where you live, like a bird's eye view, just describe to me what it looks like from up there as you look down on where you live.
I can see everyone's gardens, the roofs of their houses.
Good. And now you can slowly float back down to the ground. And as you float back down to the ground, you relax deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed as you float down, way, way down now. So sleepy, so relaxed. And just let me know what it looks like from down now as you're back down on the ground. Just let me know everything seems the same now.
Yeah, I can see all the houses opposite where I live.
Good. Now you're back down on the ground. Soon we'll go to your very own relaxing place that you choose, somewhere where you can unwind completely. So on the next count of 3, I want you to go to that beautiful, relaxing place of your choosing. All right, now 1, 2, 3. A very calming, relaxing place of your choosing, where you can rest, unwind, and let go. Seeing what you see, feeling what you feel in this relaxing place. And just describe to me now out loud what your very relaxing place looks like.
I'm sitting at a beachfront where Netley is, just watching the water going and listening to the tides coming in.
Lovely. Sounds very relaxing. And allow yourself to relax even deeper relaxed here as you look over the water. Very good. And now on the next count of 3, your subconscious mind creates a corridor for you. And in this corridor there are doors leading off to either side. And each of these doors leads to an experience back in time. Way, way back in time. Back to before you were born. Way, way further back. Way, way back to a life you've lived before this one. So now on the next count of 3, if you haven't already, allow yourself to go to that corridor that your subconscious mind creates for you. The doors leading off. 1, 2, 3. That corridor now, the doors leading off to either side. And describe this corridor to me. What does the corridor look like?
I can see the corridor, like stone walls around me.
Good.
And there's a big door in front of me.
Wonderful. With this big door in front of you, out of all doors or any door that you see, which is the one that you're most drawn to go through to experience a life you've lived before this one?
One in front of me.
Very good. So just allow yourself to go down to the door. And as you go down to the door, you relax deeper and deeper. and more deeply relaxed. And just let me know when you're just in front of the door. Just allow yourself to continue going down to the door.
I'm in front of the door.
Very good. Just allow yourself to take in the surroundings of the door as you relax deeper and deeper. In a moment, the door opens to one of your past lives. Be pleased and delighted with what either you can see or sense through the door. Just allow the information to come to you as it comes to you, seeing what you see or sensing what you sense. But allow the door to open back to your past life on the count of 3 now. 1, 2, 3. The door opens to your past life now. And as you look through the door and sense through the door, just describe to me what you can see or sense through that door now.
I can see I'm entering into a big hall.
Very good. Allow yourself to go through now to that big hall and allow the door to close behind you so you're fully in this big hall. And just describe to me now what this big hall looks like.
In the middle of the hall, there's a big, long table with loads of chairs around it.
Good.
I see lots of pictures around the room as well.
Describe these pictures to me. What are they pictures of?
Men standing having their portraits done, and also women as well.
Good. And now allow yourself to glance down and be aware of your arms and your legs, so you can be aware how you're dressed now. And just let me know how you're dressed now as you look down.
Look, I'm a worker. Scruffy trousers.
Good. And how old do you feel you are now? Allow a year to come into you. How old you are.
23.
23. Very good. Now on the next count of 3, the name of what you're called in this life comes to you. 1, 2, 3.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Wonderful, Jonathan. Now on the next count of 3, the year comes to your mind of what year it is. 1, 2, 3. What year is it?
1700s.
1700s. Good. Staying with this lifetime now, being aware of yourself in the 1700s. Allow yourself to go to what you do as your job in this lifetime. Allow that to happen now, Jonathan. Where you work and what you do. 1, 2, 3. Let me know about your work, Jonathan.
Servant, maintaining the grounds of the property.
Wonderful. And when you're aware of the property, allow yourself to look at the property now and describe to me how it looks.
A very big house.
That's good.
Acres of fields.
Good. Now, staying with this lifetime as you're aware of the house and the acres of fields. Want a name of what they call this house, this hall, this building. Just allow on the count of 3 the name to come to you now. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. As you relax deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed, you'll be able to tell me where in the world you are. 1, 2, 3. Where in the world are you?
Up north. North way.
North. Very good. You said you attend the grounds. Allow a good strong memory of you attending the grounds now to come to you, so you can let me know what your specific duty is that you're doing at this moment that comes to you now, a specific job. Let me know what that.
Ensuring the gardens are kept tidy and presentable.
That's good. How do you feel about gardening?
I enjoy it.
Excellent. Now, on the next count of 3, Jonathan, the surname comes to you of what your surname is. Allow that to come to you now. What's your surname, Jonathan?
Michaels.
Michaels. Wonderful. Now, staying with this lifetime, just go back in time now. Back to you being around the age of 10 years old, staying with that lifetime, Jonathan, so you can know what your childhood was like. Allow that to come to you now, Jonathan, about 10 years old. And tell me about your 10th year.
I'm at home with my mother and my 2 younger siblings.
Very nice. Allow a good strong memory of your mother to come even stronger to you now, that time that you're describing now, so you can fully be aware of how your mother looks, so you can describe her to me. Allow her facial features and what she's like to become clearer to you now. Tell me about your mother.
Brown, wavy hair. Beautiful smile. And she always made sure that the house was tidy.
Good. And now your mother's name comes to you. Allow that to come to you now. What's your mother's name?
Mary.
That's a nice name. You said you had 2 other siblings. Good strong memory of your 2 other siblings now. Allow them to come to you now and tell me about them. What are they like?
Robert. Younger sibling. Likes to have fun and play.
That's good. Can you describe Robert to me, please?
Short, brown hair, and looks like my mother.
That's nice. You got the strong family resemblance running through. So you told me about Robert. Tell me about your other sibling. Allow a strong memory of them to come to you. Now, tell me about your other sibling.
Rebecca, the youngest. She's in a basket.
That's nice. Describe how the basket looks.
Looks like it's made of straw. And she's got a cozy blanket around her, like a wool blanket.
Very nice. Now, as a child at this time, what do you do mostly with your days around this age? Allow a good, strong memory of what you did with your time to come to you now. What did you do with your time?
Help. Look after. Go to the field and help look after the animals.
Lovely. And now, when you're looking after the animals, allow that time to come to you. And when you're with your favourite animals, allow that good, strong memory to come to you now. Tell me about these animals.
Going to collect the chicken eggs to bring them in.
That's nice. Chickens are nice animals. And what else are you aware of whilst you're collecting the chickens and the eggs?
Robert playing around as we're working.
Nice. And what does Robert play around doing, Jonathan?
Just running around in circles.
That's good. And now, property, the place where you live, where you rest your head at night. Allow a good, strong memory from outside of where you live to come to you. So you can describe the property where you live and where you rest your head at night. Allow that to happen now. Tell me about that.
Small property. A nice fire indoors.
That's nice. And it's good you've got a nice fire indoors. Very good. And now allow yourself to move further forward now again in time. Further forward, Jonathan. So you're now at the age of 15, staying with that lifetime, Jonathan. 1, 2, 3. 15 years old and a little older. I'd like to know about your 15th year, please.
Working on the fields.
That's good. And what job are you doing today?
Working the fields for a local farmer.
That's good. Do you ever see this local farmer?
Yeah.
Very good. Allow a good, strong memory of when you're with this local farmer to come to you now. And tell me about the local farmer, please.
Older gentleman, bald, but with hair on the side of his head, wearing like a checkered shirt. Quite grumpy.
And now allow his name to come to you. Now, what's his name?
George.
George. Wonderful. What's it like working for him?
Make sure that I do a good job because he gets angry if it's not done properly.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Staying with this lifetime now, we again move further forward in time. Further forward to the first time that you started working in the big house on the grounds. And let me know how you got that. Allow yourself to move further forward to that time when you first got the work at this big place, big property. 1, 2, 3. Tell me about that.
Speaking to someone in a market, looking for work, and they directed me to the big house.
That's good. Describe the person you were speaking to at the market, please.
A lady. She was a servant at the big house.
And describe her to me, please.
Very pretty smile. Very friendly.
That's good. And what happened with your work with the local farmer? What happened with your work with them?
George died.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Now, staying with this lifetime, allow yourself to move to the moment when you're speaking to whoever you spoke to get the work at this big property, so you can see whoever you're with at that moment. Allow yourself to move further forward to that time now, Jonathan. That happens now. Just let me know what you're seeing and experiencing now.
The master of the house is asking me if I'm capable of doing the job.
Can you describe the master of the house to me, please?
Very well spoken, smartly dressed, strong voice.
Good. And describe to me how he is dressed, Jonathan, please.
Smart trousers, shoes, like a navy coloured trousers and jacket.
Wonderful. Now, do you know if he ever told you his name at all?
I was only allowed to refer to him as Sir.
Of course. Now, staying with this lifetime, we'll go to a moment around this time when you first got the work where you can look at yourself in some sort of reflection, so you can describe to me your facial features. Allow that time, Jonathan, when you're looking at yourself in the reflection, to get stronger for you now. Tell me about your reflection.
Longish hair, down to the ears, just covering the top part of the ear. Blue eyes. Clean face, no facial hair.
Well done. And now staying with this lifetime, around this age that you are now, allow yourself to go to a happy memory. Allow that to happen now, Jonathan. Happy memory. Where are you and what are you doing?
Going down the riverbank with my brother.
Good. Describe to me how the riverbank looks.
Trees around. There's a small river. You can put your feet in it without it going too high up. It's nice to sit there and just listen to the water trickling down, especially on a summer's day.
Amazing. Sounds very nice and very relaxing. Now, staying with this lifetime, yet again move further forward in time, further forward to be you being in your 30s now, Jonathan. Allow yourself to move further forward to your 30s. That happens now. And what's happening in your 30s?
I'm the head groundkeeper.
Good.
I need to make sure everything's done properly and it's maintained well.
I'm glad to hear you're main groundskeeper. And how does that make you feel being head groundskeeper?
Feel good. I'm doing good.
Really happy to hear about that. Allow yourself, Jonathan, to just go back a little bit in time to the moment when you first knew that you became head groundskeeper. Allow that strong memory to come to you and tell me how you knew. 1, 2, 3. How did you know you became head groundskeeper?
Sir told me that he wanted me to be in charge of the ground because I've done a good job for him over the years.
That's amazing to hear. I'm glad for you. Now, staying with this lifetime in your 30s now, just allow yourself to go to where you rest your head at night and where you sleep and what you'd call home. Allow yourself to go to that place now. Stay this lifetime, Jonathan. Describe to me where you are and what you see.
I'm in the outhouse where the big house is. So I'm sleeping on the grounds, but in an outhouse.
Good.
It's a room, a basic room, has a kitchen, table.
That's nice you've got a space within the grounds. Now, staying with this lifetime again, we move further forward in time. Further forward to being in your 40s. That happens now. 40 years old. I don't know about you do. In your 40s now.
Still working at the big house.
That's good. And now, allow a good, strong memory. What you do on one of your rest days. Allow that to come to you. Now, Jonathan, what do you do on one of your rest days?
Go for a walk.
Tell me about where you walk to.
The fields.
That's nice you do that.
Watch the sunset in the evenings.
A wonderful, relaxing way to spend the evening. And at this time of your life now, Jonathan, in your 40s, just let me know if you get to interact much with the other people that work on the grounds. Allow that information to come to you now. Do you work with other people on the grounds that are there?
I talk to them when they need to do a job, but I prefer to keep to myself.
That's understandable. Now, allow a time when you're with somebody that you need to just let them know how to do the job properly. And you're talking to them. Allow that memory to come to you now, Jonathan. Tell me about that.
Make sure they understand that they need to do it properly, or there'll be consequences if the job's not done correctly.
And who are you speaking to now?
Benjamin.
As you're in front of Benjamin now, just describe to me how Benjamin looks.
Younger than me.
Good.
Mousy blonde hair. Ginger.
That's good. And now, with this lifetime still now, again moving further forward in time. Further forward. So you're in your 50s, Jonathan. That happens now, 50 years old, Jonathan. I'd like to know what you do in your 50th year.
I'm on my own.
Where are you when you're on your own?
A small type of hut.
Okay. Is this a different place, Jonathan?
I'm no longer at the big house.
Okay. Tell me why you're no longer at the big house, Jonathan. Okay. Staying with this lifetime, allow yourself to go back in time to the moment that you left that work, so you can find out why you left. Allow that to happen, Jonathan. Staying with that lifetime. 1, 2, 3. How old are you, and what led to the decision to leave?
I injured myself.
I'm sorry to hear that. How did you injure yourself?
I had a fall working on the ladder, and I fell. And I was unable any more to work, so they told me to go.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where were you working at the time?
At the big house.
And where was it you were on the ladder? Whereabouts in the grounds, or whereabouts were you?
In the gardens.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Now at 50 years old, I want you to tell me about the property, little place that you live in now. Allow that place to get stronger in your memory so you can describe it to me. That happens now. Tell me about that.
Just me in a one room, like, hut.
Mm-hmm.
Wishing that I was still in the outhouse at the big house.
I can imagine that. And understand that as well. What do you do with your time now, Jonathan? What do you do with your time now?
Not a lot. Okay, stay to myself.
Sorry to hear that. We'll move away from this time now, just to a bit further forward in time now, Jonathan. So you're now in your 60s. That happens now, 60 years old. Can you tell me about your 60s, please?
Still alone in.
Okay. Do you get to see anybody? Okay. Staying with this lifetime, we move further forward again, Jonathan. Further forward as you relax into this experience to you now being in your 70s. That happens now. 70 years old. Can you tell me about that?
I'm not well.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jonathan. What's the matter with you at the moment?
Pain in my stomach.
How long have you had the pain?
I can't remember.
Staying with this lifetime, Jonathan, we'll just move further forward in time to your 80s. 1, 2, 3. What are you getting now in your 80s?
No.
Okay. Staying with this lifetime and only allowing what emotions you feel comfortable to experience. Allow yourself to go back to your final year of living in this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. It's your final year of living. How old are you now, Jonathan?
74.
74. On the next count of 3, being aware of that you only experience what emotions you're comfortable experiencing. Allow yourself to go to your final few minutes within this lifetime. Allow it to happen now. It's your final few minutes. Where are you and what's happening now?
In the bed.
Okay.
Doctor.
What's the doctor doing?
Watching.
Okay. In a moment, it'll be your final 10 seconds. And if you experience anything, allow yourself to just let me know what that is. Allow yourself to go to your final 10 seconds now. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just passed over now. What are you aware now that you've just passed over?
Yeah.
Just allow yourself to move further forward in time now. Just a little bit further forward in time. Still this life between lives. And let me know if there's anything you're experiencing.
see my mother.
That's nice. Allow yourself to be with your mother and allow the good feelings to come to you as you see your mother. If I can get you to review this lifetime so you can see or understand any lesson or understanding from your higher self, what's coming to you now, any lessons or understanding?
I should have made more of an effort to talk to others, make friends.
Why in other lives? Now, do you feel you need any healing spiritually, physically, or mentally for any emotion or physical things that happened to you in that lifetime? Do you feel you need any healing?
I just want to feel happy with and be with my family again.
That's good. Just allow yourself to be aware of being with your family and all the things that you really love about them. And allow yourself with the family for your subconscious mind in this beautiful healing place to create a wonderful, relaxing, healing place for you. Allow yourself now to go to that time now. Just let me know that you're there. You can nod to say that you're there now. It's a wonderful healing place.
Yeah.
That's good. So sometimes when we shut ourselves off from other people, we kind of create like an ice around our hearts, metaphorically. As you breathe in, you can be aware now of that melting away and allowing yourself to replace it with warmth. You told me about in the regression there was a nice warm fire in one of the experiences you had. Allow the heat of that fire, which brings people together, fire. Allow yourself to feel the warmth around your heart area now. And as you do, you allow your heart to warm and melt the ice. As you're there now, I want you to reinforce every single positive thought you've ever had about the life that you're living right now, in this moment, 2024. And when you're reviewing that, any other moment of kindness and happiness you've had from any of your lives, allow that to warm your heart now. On the in-breath, you can be aware of your headspace. As you breathe in, you think the words I am. And on the out-breath, you think the words present as you're aware of your headspace now. You're aware that consciously the past stays in the past. You know consciously all the good that you've done in other lives. And allow any mental blocks you might have put up from that lifetime you experienced as Jonathan to melt out of you, into the earth below you, way, way deep, deep into the earth as you allow yourself to heal. And whilst you're aware of your heart area now and allowing yourself to feel really nice and relaxed as you're aware of that ice completely melted now, just describe the very nice, relaxing place that you are now.
The riverbank.
Well, that's good. Being aware of the riverbank now, as you breathe in, thinking the words I am. And as you breathe out, thinking the words open. Allowing yourself to be open and paying extra attention to the kindness in others. Sometimes within the news and the media, we can always focus on the more negative side of human nature. Allow yourself to be even more aware of those helping each other, understanding and caring. As your heart energy opens, still thinking the words on the in-breath and out-breath, I am open. So I'm on the in-breath, open on the out. That's right. Open to giving love, open to receiving love, open to receiving friendship, open to giving friendship as you relax even deeper. And being aware now as you relax down to your stomach area. We always hear martial arts trainers are in balance. So allow yourself to be in balance. Your gut feelings knowing good people. And the good positive feeling when you know that someone is good with you. Allow that to grow as you think the words I am on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, centered. So I am on the in-breath, centered on the out. That's right. And there is a space even more relaxed than there is right now. Just allow yourself to drift down to it now. Because your subconscious mind knows, and as you drift even deeper down, the healing work goes even deeper in you. And even long after this hypnosis has finished, I plant a suggestion in your mind that you can always go to this healing space just by thinking the words 20, 20, 20, whenever you wish to feel that love and connection again. So that's 23 times, 20, 20, 20. And as you're aware now of the year 2024, being aware of yourself, being Nando, being surrounded by love and friendship, do you feel you need any more healing from this past life experience?
No.
Very good. So you're aware all doors will be closed to your past life for now, but can be reopened whenever you wish to re-experience a past life. In a moment, I'm going to awaken you from this nice, deep, relaxed state. On 3 and only 3, your eyes will be open. You'll be relaxed, but calm and confident, remembering everything about this session with crystal clear clarity and reinforcing every single positive thought you've ever had about yourself. All right, now 1, becoming aware of your hands resting comfortably. 2, small movements in your body, signaling it'll be soon time to awaken. And on the next number, you'll be awake, refreshed, and ready for the rest of your night. All right, now 3, eyes open, alert, and ready for the rest of your night. Welcome back to 2024, Nando. How are you after that experience?
Mate, a bit fuzzy, not.
Yeah. We've been in a deep state of hypnosis. So if you can have some water at some point, I don't know if we can get you a glass of water, but that's always good to help bring yourself round. Are you happy to talk now? Do you want me to give you a few seconds? Yeah.
No, I feel. Do you know when you just literally just woken up in the morning and like you feel like fuzzy eyes and like I'm just trying to focus my eyes at the moment.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm okay.
Good. I've had some very nice comments coming through on this, so thank you everybody that's been watching. Did that make any sense to you, being a groundskeeper at all?
No, very different to what I was expecting from when I went to the experience like that to this. It was very different. Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. It was amazing. It was like I was actually walking. Like I can like in now, I can sort of see that I'm like the fields and the work that was being carried out, and I can see it clearer now as well. Like, yeah, that was different. That was different.
Thank you, Iron Firehorse. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Liz. Wanda. Thank you, Colette. If I missed anybody off, I'm really sorry. Andy, thank you for watching. Sharon, Sarah, Cowabunga, Kim, Jenny, Sharon, all the names. Tracy, thank you for watching. Carol, thank you for watching. I might have missed something. If I've missed, I really do apologise. Does anybody have... thank you, Tinker. Does anybody have any questions for Nando? I have to actually make sure I'm calling you Nando, not Jonathan now. After I'm so used to calling you Jonathan. So does anyone, or you can have a question to myself as well. But for either of us, do you have any sort of questions? And as they're coming in, if you've got any questions yourself, Nando, that'd be.
Do you know how I felt? Like, I remember you were asking as I was older in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it was very, like, I felt like I was a very, like, lonely, recluse person. Have you ever seen the film is Of Mice and Men?
I've not seen it. I did read the book when I was at school, but I don't really remember it that well. But I was really young at the time. I must watch it at some point.
It was like there was a character in that even though he worked on the fields with all of them, he was very much an outsider. And that's how I felt at that age. I felt like I was an outsider. I wasn't part of the community that was there. So I was very alone. I felt that, like, yeah. And I felt from that, I could feel like my eyes were twitching, like I wanted to cry.
Yeah, I was aware. Yes,
I could feel like my eyes, like, do you know when you're about to cry and you feel you feel the quiver in the side of your mouth, and you feel your eyes starting to like sort of twitch, and so I could feel that coming through.
I do apologise for that.
That was different.
Let me just see, Annette. Nando, what was it like in the big house?
Oh, it was how can I? It was like a grand, like a really grand hall. Do you know, like when they got the big tables, the wood, like the big thick wooden tables with all the, the settings with the candles in the middle, but then you got the big pictures all around you with portraits of people, which, think about, these could be people that were in the house before the person that I was there with, very strong figures. And, the men in these photos were very strong figures. And then the women were, very beautiful. But you take more notice of the men because they're quite strong characters. Like, they seem to be a bigger presence with the men in this property. Like the person that I dealt with, you never referred to. I don't even think I ever got his name. I'm speaking like I was there, but it was always referred to as a sir. That was all. And it was very minimal conversation. It was only when there was a notice. Other than that, you wasn't really noticed by anyone. If that makes any kind of sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was.
But the hall was an amazing hall. But again, it was very rarely I was in the house because my work was outside. I'm talking like I'm.
Well, maybe you were.
But yeah. So it was very rarely that I would be in the actual house itself.
Yeah, I think I said hello to Patricia because I think I saw that she was on there as well. Liz, do you ever get, this is to me, Paul, do you ever get feeling as if you were there with Nando in his past life? Yes, you do. You do kind of, because as you're doing hypnosis, the hypnotist does go into hypnosis with the person as well. It's always the best way of doing it, because you're getting in rapport with who you're there. So yes, I did. I was kind of had like a feeling like I was there, as much as you can do over hypnosis. But yes, I get what you mean. I've got a question here from Wanda. Has anyone ever been hard to bring out of hypnosis? No, but I do know there are some people that will stay in hypnosis, because again, hypnosis is about guiding somebody into hypnosis. You don't take control of somebody, and if they're really enjoying the relaxed feeling too much, they can actually say, no, I'm not coming out of it, and just stay in there. But there are means and ways of a hypnotist, kindly, but to bring people out even if they are resistant to it.
When I can feel myself, like my body, I don't know if it's right, maybe I don't know if this was, but I could feel myself. Was at one point that I was like really like hunched over. I don't know if I was, but I could feel how like relaxed and like my body was like very, like I could have just laid down and gone to sleep. Like, do you know what I mean? It was it's a weird feeling. Like the feeling now is like just processing everything and then coming back into the real world again. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, even after this live has finished, I'll make sure that you're fully okay with that. Had Annette, thank you, Nando. Let's have us get us somebody else. Jenny, makes sense. It's amazing. Thank you, Jenny. Karen, let's see what Karen says. Thank you for doing this live. Very interesting. And thank you for being part of it tonight.
Definitely.
Sarah, do you think you have been to that house, Nando? So Sarah, do you mean in the past life or actually like visiting it? Is that what you mean, Sarah? How do you answer both of those?
To be honest, the grand room, like the hall with the big table, there was something familiar about that house. Like I've been there as me. I'm very familiar about it, that I would say that this could be somewhere that I've been to, maybe, or maybe I've seen a property like it that resembles what I was seeing. But yeah, it felt like that I knew the place somehow.
Tanya says, are you good at gardening in this life?
Absolutely not. I'm terrible. If you ask my wife, she gets upset with me because I don't do. It's funny. We had that conversation the other day. She's like, "You don't do it," and I was like, "I haven't got green fingers. I'm not built to do the garden at all. So no."
Absolutely. Funny enough, one of my past lives that I did, I was a carpenter, and I am dreadful at doing carpentry. I was hopeless at school, but I was good at past life. So maybe I got it. I got out my system. I don't need to be good at it in this life now.
I thought the kind of thing that may come through, like when you're trying to think about, what could happen. Because again, like Paul said earlier on, I've never done anything like this before, and I was trying to think what kind of things would come out, and I thought it would be linked to my own background as well. So I come from a family of cooks, so if anything, I would have thought maybe a cook. But no, gardening is I don't do gardening anyway.
Yeah, excellent. I'm going to talking about cooks. When we finish this live, I'm going to have to talk to you about how to cook risotto, because I cannot do that at all. I'm good at cooking, but risottos just turn out.
I will send you a great recipe.
Fantastic.
Send you a great recipe, and I'll give you a guide on how to do it all.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Lovely. Ask people if there's any more questions they want to ask. I am aware that it's gone 10 o'clock and people need to be up tomorrow, so I won't keep this going too much longer. I know you're busy, Nando. Do you want to say a little bit more about Portal to the Paranormal and how people can get to watch your content?
Yeah. So the normal platforms that we're mainly on Facebook and YouTube. So Portal to the Paranormal. You can check our website out. It's www.portaltotheparanormal.co.uk, where you'll find a list of our events that are happening. So we've got some great events across the country. We're going to Shire Hall in September. We will be there investigating the courthouse. We have Wookie Hole Caves that we'll be investigating, and the Mill House in March. We've got we've got a number of different events. We try and bring different locations because everyone likes something different. And if you want to experience, if you're not sure about the paranormal, or you just want to get a taste of it, come along, because one thing that we like to do is have fun with everyone as well. So it's not anything that you can't smile and have a giggle. It's another way of socializing with people, a different way, but we like to bring some fun with it. And then as of September, we'll be bringing our podcast back, with some great guests along the way. And I think we're going to have Paul come on our podcast again. And I need you to do this again with me, if that's okay. But we can share that with our followers as well, because that was like, maybe get my wife to do it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be
I'd love
good.
to see what my wife did in the past life. Yeah, but that's how you can check us out. And yeah, if you ever got any questions, or any locations that you would like us to try and get to investigate, send us a message. We do stream live investigations as well. So if you want to have some fun with us, come along and follow us. And yeah, we will keep you up to date with all events that's going on with Portal.
Thank you. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, absolutely. And it said, just think, Nando, you could visit a big house and say to yourself, I used to work here, and look after the grounds. Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be amazing if I ended up in that place? And then, do you know the first thing I would do? I'll be on the phone to you, Paul, and I'll be like, Paul,
excellent.
I'm at the big house. I'm at the big house. What do I do now?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
It was literally, as you walk through the corridor door, you were there, like in Paris. I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those, it's just weird. It's like it's opened up a whole new world. Like I was saying to you before about my experience in different realms, like where you belong, that you're in a different place, and it's just like, and when you're saying age to that age, you can really see the shift, like a timeline just quickly whiz past you, and then suddenly you're so. But yeah, it was good.
Amazing. Patricia just said here, I've had an encounter, I believe. Liz says, thank you, Paul and Nando. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I'm going to actually bring it to a close, unless there's anything else you want to say, Nando, quickly.
No, just thank you very much for inviting me to do this. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope everyone else has enjoyed watching. It's great, from the stress at the start, from not getting it working to this. It's been a fun night. It's been a eventful night, hasn't it?
Absolutely. And yes, if anybody wishes to follow me on YouTube, that's not part of my YouTube channel, but it's just on Facebook, it's Past Life Regressions with Paul Goddard, and my website's paulgoddardnlp.co.uk. So thank you, everybody, tonight for joining us. A massive thank you to Nando.